Γεια σας και χαρά σας. Σήμερα έχω την τιμή και τη χαρά να σας παρουσιάσω τον μέντορά μου, τον Pickens. Θα κάνω μαζί του έτσι κάποιες ερωτήσεις για να σας φύγουν οι απορίες ποιος είναι αυτός. So, Andrew, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak to our Greek followers and people.
You're welcome.
So, you are my mentor, right?
So I hear.
Okay. First of all, tell me, how did it happen? Did I choose you or you chose me?
I don't know how that happened. It just did.
Yeah, but...
And from my perspective, it was, I saw someone who was really just sick of their shit.
Okay. Thank you.
Someone who was just sick of it. Then not necessarily knowing what to do, but someone who was just sick of it, like actually sick of it. Because I get,
I'm done.
yeah, I get so many people who are like, I'm done, but they're not really done. And they're like, I'm done for the next 5 minutes. They're not done. And you were someone I could see, I'm like, oh no, he's actually just done.
Finito, terma, telos.
You're done.
Okay. Yeah. I remember when I asked you, why are you giving me that opportunity? And your answer was?
My answer was, I just follow instructions.
Yeah.
I just follow instructions. My intuition was like, here's your person. I'm like, really? Okay. Well, instructions followed. All right.
So even my mentor, he also follows his instructions.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And the thing we are talking about, and me also in Greece, is phase 2, is something I learned from you, of course, and Mandy and Sam also. This is the knowledge you got from your mentor, right?
Yeah.
Peter. Can you tell us something about it? Because people in Greece are like, what is that phase 2? What is it about?
Okay, so the idea of phase 2 is very simple. You reverse the way that you've lived your life up until the point you've gotten to. So instead of going to a job for the purposes of working for someone else, if you go to a job, it's because you enjoy what you do, and that job gives you the ability to do that. You're not doing it for anyone else. You're doing it for yourself, your experience, and your enjoyment. If you're doing something in your life that isn't for your enjoyment, then this is where we start having a lot of the struggles, a lot of the problems that we end up creating over and over again. So in phase 2, we remove all of the I guess you could say we remove the stories around why you have to do things. That doesn't mean you're not going to have challenges, that you're going to have, it doesn't mean you're not going to have those, because you will absolutely have challenges, but you will have a toolkit that helps you deal with whatever comes up. And that is something that a lot of people don't have. When, for most of us, we're very reliant on external things to give us the answers to what we're looking for. And what I mean by that is, maybe we go to a doctor or a psychologist or a psychiatrist or something along these lines to give us their diagnoses, and we can then feel better about what it is that we have going on in our lives. But with phase 2, there's no need for that, because you will have the tools to be able to deal with it yourself, and you don't have to waste time, energy, or even money on seeking external answers when they're all within you already.
Okay. And what is in that toolbox in phase 2?
Well, the number one, I have what's called the 3 A's. Okay. So it's awareness, appreciation, acceptance. Awareness is being aware of what's going on in your surroundings. You may be surprised to hear this, but most of us are not aware of what's going on in our lives. Okay. At all. We think we know, but then we often, and you can look at people in your life who contradict the way that you think things should be. Okay. And then there's appreciation. Being able to appreciate that something is in your life, and the reason it is in your life is because it's there to help you grow and expand beyond
Even the things we don't like?
Even, especially the things you don't like.
Oh.
Okay? For all the things that you don't like, that is a lesson in what you don't like. So you can stop engaging the things that you don't like. But the only way you can do that is if you find out what you don't like. So that stuff is just as valuable. Okay? And then acceptance is accepting yourself in all forms, whichever way that comes, because there are going to be some things about yourself that you learn in your journey that you're not a fan of, that you really don't like. Okay? Alternatively, there are things about yourself that you may like, but be ashamed of. And so we get around that, we get away from that by being able to accept who we are in all aspects of that. So those are the tools that you learn in phase 2 that help you expand your life and have a much grander adventure than you could have thought possible.
Okay. And you are a very wealthy man. Like you say, you can die 10 times.
10 times.
And then 11 incarnation, you will still have money. Okay? Yeah. So we can imagine. There are many people that would like to be and have that freedom in that aspect of their life. How can they start? What is the first step to do to have that freedom?
So the answer to that, most people may not like, but that is just the nature of the beast. The first thing that people have to do is they have to be willing to give up everything that gets in the way of it. So here's the thing. We all have things in our lives that we have grown attached to, things that we're like, I want this here forever, right? But it is also some, not all, but some of those things that get in the way of that. For example, if you have a rough relationship with family members, siblings, that can be tough. If you have a rough relationship with your partner and most of your energy is going towards your partner and their happiness, and that can get in the way. I'm not at all saying dump people or anything like that. What I am saying is that you have to be willing to let go of the situations that are preventing you from obtaining the thing that you are looking to create. So if you're spending all your time creating problems, creating wealth is going to be a very tough thing to do. So if you take that energy and then focus on creating wealth, then it becomes very easy. In fact, you don't have to teach someone how to make money. Everyone knows how to make money. That's not the issue. The issue is how much of their energy do they devote to making money? How much of their time do they put in to expanding their awareness so that they can use that to create more wealth? How much time do people do that? Most of the time, they don't.
We prefer other activities. More than things like you're saying. Okay. And do you have any other message for Greek people?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, there is. I'll have a house in Greece. So there's that. But if there was anything I would share, it would be this. That a lot of this actually comes from Greece. And it's not that I created some idea or that my mentor created some idea. So much of it comes from Greek philosophy.
Oh, yeah.
And I really encourage anyone who sees this to look at that and see that even in ancient times, these lessons were taught. These ideas are not new.
Definitely.
They come from Greece. And I really encourage that you take the time to look at that and really embrace your heritage, because this is your heritage. Oh, yeah. It came from you and your people.
Okay, nice message. Thank you very much.